Mom, I want an iPhone. Son, but we got iPhone at home. The iPhone at home. I got another phone, and as a curiosity, it has a notch, and I don't like notches in my phones because they take a lot of space. They take a lot of fucking space. It is a wet dream for any enthusiast that has been since 2009 to have this bezel-less phone right now that they look like the fucking same and they upgrade to look like fucking iPhone. Today I got this Huawei. Why? Why I got a Huawei? It got a Play Store, that's why I get it. Because it has the Google services, and I need the Google services to subsist in my smartphone daily usage. iPhone doesn't have Google services. I cannot back up my WhatsApp conversations from Google Drive. Yeah, it sucks. That's why I need Android phone. That's why I need a Huawei phone. And I got this for very cheap. And I actually refurbished it to an actually usable condition. Though someone tried to open the SIM tray with something that was not appropriate to opening a SIM tray, and they made a lot of damage in the case, and it has a big hole right now, just like your mom. Sorry, son, but you cannot have iPhone. It is too expensive. Get this instead, and go play your Fortnite PUBG thing. For what it is and what it's worth, it's actually not that bad. It has 3 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, which is expandable to up to I don't know how much the industry when it comes to micro SD cards has progressed on, but it should be compatible with the biggest and greatest that is out there. And the micro SD format, of course, because they're starting to pop up new formats in the future. And yeah, it's a third world delicatessen from the tech from heaven. Though I have not made anything with the software, it is running Android 9, and it's actually amazing that everything still works in this phone, even though that it did took a nice bit. I should show you the broken screen, but I threw it away due to fears of getting Omicron from handling it, and I soaked it in my ultrasonic cleaner, and it's a nice shiny phone with the dual cameras. This phone actually has a better camera in the front than in the back, but it happens that the last user used it without the glass from it was broken, it was all shattered, and he still keep using it, and they don't look too well. Actually, the rear camera for being 13 megapixel is okay. It's kind of better than my A11, but the front camera, I expected more from this terminal, from this unit. But well, yeah, now I gave you my mom's number. Go call my mom. You saw my mom's number. Nobody watches this channel, so who cares? And by the way, I wanted to talk about some good points on this iPhone that I got recently. I'm gonna unlock it. So yeah, it is pretty fast. Everything opens very fast. It's a very good camera. But another thing that I have was an advantage, despite that it looks like a freaking Galaxy Grand Prime with this freaking LCD screen, is that it might never get burning like all OLED screens out there. So yeah, maybe it's not a luxury, but LCD screens are built to last. But only if not of your children breaks it, or your son or your daughter breaks it. Like, take it. Don't give your toddler kids, your child, your children phones because they will take it and Google caca they're gonna throw it into the ground. You rather give them one of this than this because this is 10 times more expensive and has some actual tricks in the front facing camera. You see that shit? You see the flashing when you boot it? It's like that. Surprise, motherfucker. And it starts scanning your face. See, it scanned my face, Face ID. It's not actually a gimmick. It's Face ID works even if I am under my sheets on the blanket. Even if I'm in a very smoky ambient where some fire is going on, and this doesn't. This has face unlock, but it's some basic face unlock that takes your picture and extrapolate it with a sample picture, the memory, and you can use a paper to unlock it. Ugh, it's not rocket science, but yeah. But hey, you have the good old security scanner. I did set it up, and yeah, Huawei phones are known to have very good fingerprint scanners, and this is no exception. It's a mid-ranger phone from 2019 that has a pretty decent sensor. And as you can see on my old reviews, I have the Honor review. That one had a pretty good fingerprint scanner that actually kept improving with time. I used to work in a factory by those times, and my finger got pretty worn off, and it was a pain in the ass to unlock my other phone, which was a Nokia, which I also have a review on this channel. And the Honor used to have a very good sensor, and it always was spot on. Like, look, I can lock and lock, play with it, and it was spot on every time. And very few brands have mastered this. Even Apple with the Touch ID sensors, they tend to become a little bit iffy when time goes on, and some delaminations occur in the interior of the part. And these scanners don't, because I used the Honor from 2018 onwards, and it was also a used phone. It was 2 years old when I bought it, and the fingerprint always worked as a champ. Even when I installed Lineage OS, wanna see if I can install Lineage OS in this thing and make it better, but I don't think there is many support since this has the high silicon chips, and there's not much development for those, I guess, and you need to do some weird stuff to unlock the bootloader on your thing that involves paying €4 to some stranger in the other side of the world. But yeah, maybe I will do something with this, or maybe I will sell it for Valentine's Day, because it's a pink phone and it's a very hot phone color when it comes to reselling and this, and actually this season, and it's a very good unit. It's like still a good low end phone for anyone to use, for like an elder person, or for like even a child is for like a girl, like, but it has its limitations, but it's very reliable so far. um, it's a phone that I tend to repair a lot, that comes a lot to my shop. It's one of the most mainstream phones in my country, together with the Poco M3 and with the Galaxy A11. But since I live in a certain area that is near the United States, there's a lot of iPhones too, because Americans love these things, but they are expensive. Woo! So yeah, there you have it, the little review on the Huawei Y9 2019, and a little bit of an update on my iPhone. Well, it's not my iPhone. I am testing it for research purposes, and I might use it for a week more and give a verdict on it. And I wanted to try jailbreaking this, but I updated from 14.8 to 15.4, and yeah, and I wanted, this was a bleeding edge or the hacks, the pro hacks. I rather have the bleeding edge. So yeah, I see you later in another video, guys.